Center of Racing welcomes the Cabela's Cup Series for the second time this season. We are here at the Daytona International Speedway for this AutoNation 400 weekend. We are here for uncharted qualifying here for the Cabela's Cup Series, and obviously later tonight we have the Scots National Race, the Hertz 250. That is certain to be a fantastic 20 laps here at Daytona. Obviously a different version of Daytona than we used in February. Instead of Speedway Physics, we're here on the BBMC version, which in my opinion is a significantly better version here. There's a lot more wiggle room here when it comes to traffic and otherwise here. You can actually get the field very wide here across the majority of the track. So it's going to be interesting to see what the racing will look like. Obviously, I've already recorded Scott's at this point, so I already know what the racing for that looks like. But in the process of recording Cabela's, obviously, so we don't know exactly what the racing product is going to look like here. But I do know it is going to be a spectacular weekend of racing. That is for certain. As the 80 will come around here. The 80 this week being driven by Igor Barreto. He'll be the first one to start a lap here at the Daytona International Speedway. In behind him there, not very far behind, is Aiden Macro in the 41. The 57 this week is Eric Olson. The 54 this week is Josephine O'Neill. 99 is Jordan Lopez. 31 is Vic Merlin, 91 is Quentin Moore, 7 is Luis Zancala, Juan Rodriguez, Nashville winner for the Scots National Series last week, is in the 26, and the 50 is Logan Alexander this week, 09 is Dale Lightning, and that'll do it for the uncharted field. That is who are going to be in the cars for this 10-minute session here. As Barreto will come around, we'll see what his lap time looks like. He's got nobody to draft with right now. He'll run a 44.501, get knocked off immediately by Aiden Macro there in the 41. As O'Neill comes around, second place, 347, 44.347. And obviously once these guys and gals get drafted up to each other, those lap times should certainly get quicker and quicker here. But nobody... Well, here we go. Here's an opportunity to get in the draft right here. Barreto and Zancala getting awful close there. As Igor Barreto moves to the top of the board there. Nope, never mind. It is Aiden Macro who is in behind the 26 of Juan Rodriguez. Getting a boost there. He is half a second quicker than second place Igor Barreto. Obviously the top two advance. Well, hello, Jordan Lopez. He joins him in the 43s with a 43.698. Nice. But now 9 cars have made one lap. Still waiting for the first lap of Zancala and Rodriguez. Here's Zancala. Here comes Rodriguez. And Zancala moves up into the provisional pole position for uncharted qualifying. Zancala second now. Macro first now. 42.889 for Macro. 42.943 for Zancala. And now Jordan Lopez joins him in the 42, sucking up to the backside of Eric Olson there in the 57. So obviously once everyone gets in the draft here, the cars in the back of the draft are going to be the quickest around here. We'll see what speed Jordan Lopez is carrying, 211. Quentin Moore's running 202. Barreto and Zancala right at 210 miles per hour. 206 and 208 for Macro and Rodriguez. As looks like Barreto has gone to the top of the board again. Zancala in second. Right now as it stands, Barreto and Zancala will be advancing to the main show. Now put Jordan Lopez up there in front of Zancala. So just under 5 minutes remaining here in uncharted qualifying. Quentin Moore still by himself, running right at 203 miles per hour. And we'll see what this group looks like here. Didn't gain anything there. But Rodriguez and Macro still side by side, not getting in a single file formation at all. Interesting that they choose to do this. Maybe they're just getting a feel of the race cars. But it's not helping them very much in terms of speed here. You see, these guys are doing 216 miles per hour. These two are doing just under 210 miles per hour. So we'll see what Lightning, Zankala, and Barretto look like this time around, as we'll have right at 4 minutes remaining as they come through the tri-oval. 41. All three of them move to the top three positions. Barretto, Zankala, and Lightning, but only two of them can advance, and right now it's Barretto and Zankala. 41.836, 845, and 873 respectively. My goodness, what a lap. Barretto's in behind doing 218 miles per hour as they run up on the slow car of Alexander. This is going to hold them up greatly here. This could be a good lap for Dale Lightning. We'll see. And he moves up to the top of the board with a 41.686, knocking Zankala out of it again. But these two will try to regroup and get back up in the lap times here as they come down the back straightaway, already hitting 214 miles per hour. Might be a little slower come this time around, but they are definitely determined. As they'll round turn 4 once again, Zankala will come down to his pit stall. Only 3 cars inside 41 seconds. It's Dale Lightning, Igor Barretto, and Louis Zankala. Slowest lap time right now, Quentin Moore in the 91. There he is on pit road with the 57 of Eric Olsen, and there's Zankala, there's Macro, and there's Lopez on the pit road. As you see, these two are still drafting out here on the racetrack. See if they come down to the pit road this time. I'm not so sure. Dale Lightning won't. Yes, he will. It's Barretto coming around with Alexander, running 210, 11, 12 miles per hour. And that'll vault the 50 of Alexander to 4th on the board with just under 2 minutes remaining. You just see the speed variation once again, 205 miles per hour, 4 miles per hour for Rodriguez, and as these two are in a line here, 212 miles per hour as they're heading off into turn number 3. We'll see what Rodriguez looks like when he comes around here. It's probably not going to be, 206 miles per hour. These two are just flying around this racetrack. Did not get a quicker lap time that go around, though. It looks like they may be carrying enough speed to potentially join with Aiden Macro here for the last little bit of this qualifying session if they could catch up to that 41. Headed off into turn 3. Aiden Macro doing 196 miles per hour. These two cats doing 210 miles per hour. As we have right at 30 seconds to go this time. Going to likely have a couple of resets here as well. As Dale Lightning's going to come up and off the pit road there in that Starcom Fiber Chevrolet. Now 201 for Macro, Barretto 209. And they are definitely closing up to that 41. If we get a reset, these two could get in a triple line. Goodness gracious. Just get ready. Yeah, because here they come. Just tuck in behind the 41, and they will continue to fly. They're going to go to the top side around him. Macro's going to block, so now they do have to go. Oh, they'll shuffle right to the inside and go 3 wide into 1. As now apparently Dale Lightning is on the top still, with Barretto in second, Zankala third, Alexander fourth, Merlin fifth, Lopez sixth, Olsen seventh, Macro eighth, Rodriguez ninth, O'Neill 10th, Moore 11th, and we'll have one more reset here. You see Macro sucking up to the backside of Igor Barretto as they come through the tri-oval one more time here. And we'll see what it looks like for Macro. Not an improved lap time. Not even close. And it looks like that's going to be it here at Daytona. It's going to be Dale Lightning and Igor Barretto advancing to the main qualifying session. Zankala, Alexander, Merlin, Lopez, Olsen, Macro, Rodriguez, O'Neill, and Moore will go home after this. But that's going to do it for Uncharted qualifying. Let's go to full field qualifying. Now here we are for full field qualifying here at the Daytona International Speedway. Talladega winner earlier this season, Ryan Durrani, the first one to come out onto the racetrack there in that 34. The winner of the Daytona 500 earlier this season, Benny Watson, has gone on to be a 3-time winner this season. There he is in that 53 on the pit road. Obviously a favorite coming into this race in that Velocistar Ford Mustang with silver Patron on the hood of that thing. Watson, after a little bit of a rough stretch, he comes in to this race 9th in the standings. He lost a position in the points after Nashville last week. And so he is certainly looking to rebound there. Speaking of Nashville, I want to give a big shout out to Stephen Colon on his second career Scotts National Series victory there in the Ruby Tuesday 400 last week. He's looking to make it back-to-back here with Nashville and Daytona, back-to-back races here in the Cabela's Cup Series. And then after this, of course, we have the Pocono doubleheader next week, including the Independence 500 presented by Hers, the 4th of July. That is going to be a fun one for sure. But you see the lap times there, of course, from the ones who have started behind the start-finish line. Their pit stalls behind start-finish. But we'll see what Durrani's time looks like as he comes around here. Running all by his lonesome, 44.009. That's a solid lap time for being by himself. 2-time winner Ben Crouch going to come through the trial over there. Season 1 champ. He's going to start his lap. And we'll wait for the next one to come through the trial. We'll see if anybody overtakes Durrani. Williams will not do it. And Trey Wright does it, though. 42.818. There as he was sandwiched in between both Kip Silverpoint and Darian Arnsdorf. And attaboy Nathan Smith to the top of the board now. 42.474. In that 84 car, just getting around Alexander Rowe there as more cars continue to come out onto the racetrack. The pace is going to pick up tremendously here in the remainder of this session. Already seeing 215 miles per hour in this group from Trey Smith there, coming in the points leader by 22 points over Darian Arnsdorf. And they'll come around through the travel. Arnsdorf puts down a 41.964. He'll move to the top of the board. And we'll go up and join him. Give him his well-earned TV time. There he is behind Kip Silverpoint and aligned with Stephen Colon and Christopher Reynolds as well. We'll have to see what the 98 and 42 look like this time around. Colon drawing back in on that 14. Trey Wright drawing in on the 42. This could be a blistering lap time for all these guys. Coming around, Trey Wright, 19 miles per hour. He's going to go to the top of the board. Yes, he did. 41.637. Trey Wright cruising into the corner at 218 miles per hour. flying around the Daytona International Speedway. Durrani stopped on the apron there. Not going to get in the way of anything. Trey Wright, 219 miles per hour before he gets to the inside of Stephen Colon there. This is getting awful crowded here. And that's certainly going to hurt what was going to be a potentially another amazing lap time there for Trey Wright, but he'll get it gathered back up. Clearly, his Kit Kat number 90 is blistering fast. And Dale Lightning has gone to the top of the board, 41.447, just at the tail end of this group in that 09. There he is on the outside line, tucked in behind, well, not tucked in behind anyone, just kind of there. Now the 59 of Mitchell Collins to the top of things. Here he is on the inside behind Benny Watson there in the 53. Watson ninth on the board. But Collins just laid down a 41.243. Incredible lap time there out of that Fitzwater Australia racing driver. He's now looking at 5 minutes remaining here in this session. We'll see what the speeds look like this time by Collins at 217 miles per hour coming through the tri-oval, tucked in behind Monaco. 41.524 that time. Not going to be overtaken by the looks of things. It's going to take a lot to overtake that lap time. And one blowing up out of turn number 4. That's Titan Nicholas in the 17 coming down to the pit road with a break on that Logan Sport Dodge. That is unfortunate to see here in qualifying. But as we see this pack come through the tri-oval once again, doesn't look like anyone's going to come close to eclipsing Mitchell Collins' time. But Kip Silverpoint goes to second overall on the board. And with this group here, the pace is definitely slowing up a little. Oh, wow, Watson second overall. 41.248, just behind Mitchell Collins, just barely. We're doing 213 miles per hour off into the turns, and on the straightaways, of course, the pace picks up ever so slightly there. Monaco was at 217 miles per hour. Now Watson's going to have a slower car of Durrani in front of him. That's going to slow up the inside. Collins going to shoot by at 214. Now look out for Beverly Creed. I don't believe we're going to see a record lap time this time by, with 3 minutes 25 seconds left out of this bunch. Nathan Smith got awful close though. Third overall goes that 84. Has now just over 3 minutes remaining as we see Season 2 champion of the series, Kanan Biller, come down onto the pit road. Darian Arnsdorf, second place points man coming into this race, will come down the pit road. And quite a few slow cars deeper in the field there. Ben Young coming down to the pit road, as well as Ben Grorich. And some guys got slowed up in the mad scramble to get by. Now, I know it's just qualifying, but for the time being, let's go on board with Benny Watson, and we'll crank it up for you. As they come through the tri-oval once again here, Watson on the top side with a big push from Creed and Vargas. As you saw everybody around him come down to the pit road, well, almost everybody. came down on the pit road a couple laps ago. There's now just over a minute remaining. It is still Mitchell Collins on top of things right now with a 41.243. And looking for any ties here in the board right now. Slow car back straightaway. Jacob Thibodeau. He's going to come to a stop. Several mechanical failures in this qualifying session. Very, very surprising. Trey Smith, points leader, 4th overall on the board right now. Runs a 42.309 as he got slowed up as Watson came down the pit road. Now 25 seconds remaining here unless we get a reset. Oh my goodness. Williams and Silver Point right at 217, 218 miles per hour coming through the trial. Well, what's this lap time going to look like? 41.293, 4th overall for Kip Silverpoint. What a blistering lap time for that Dodge. Now 25 seconds remaining, likely the last reset here. Collins, Watson, Nathan Smith, Kip Silverpoint, Kanan Biller, Trey Smith, Andrew Williams, Christian Vargas, Trey Wright, and Josiah Robinson. That is the top 10 right now as we see 10 seconds to go in this session. As Trey Wright has gone to the top of the board just at the last second. Oh my goodness. And we get one more reset. 41.224. Tucked in behind that 51 of Ethan Lewis. As we see a tandem going on behind there with Kip Silverpoint and Kanan Biller. They're not going to make it around. 219 miles per hour, 220 for Andrew Williams. If he made it around without Biller coming down in front of him there, that would have been a pole position lap for sure. But that's not going to happen. And it is going to be Trey Wright leading us to the green flag here at the Daytona International Speedway, ahead of Mitchell Collins, Benny Watson, Kip Silverpoint, Nathan Smith, Kanan Biller, Trey Smith, Andrew Williams, Christian Vargas, and Josiah Robinson. That is the top 10 here in AutoNation 400 qualifying. Scroll to the rest of the field there. The slowest lap time going to the uncharted number 80 of Igor Barreto. The other uncharted driver that advanced, Dale Lightning, 11th on the board at the end of this session. And it doesn't look like we have, well, we have one tie right there. Ribbleton and Reynolds. We'll give that tiebreaker is going to go to Roy Ribbleton. And Andrew Miller and Ethan Lewis are also tied. We'll take a look at this. Andrew Miller will get the tiebreaker. Yes, he would. Andrew Miller is going to get that tie there, and that looks like it's it. So, there we go. That's qualifying. So, we'll flip around. No, we'll keep... It actually is just going to stay as it is, so no flippity-flops going on here. But congratulations, Trey Wright. Coming in to this race weekend, he is 30th in points, but he is starting from the pole position tomorrow night. We'll see you then. Until then, y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one.